as someone who has experienced the campaigning feeling, you're on the ground, you're talking to a lot of people, and also your opponents are doing the same thing. Based on experience, are there differences in style of communication between male and female leaders in terms of engaging citizens and encouraging public participation? What do you think?
In terms of campaigning, well, from my observation, during our time, during the local barangay elections in 2018, I saw that the men with me tend to bank on their friendships. And I think that's what I lacked when I was running. I had no social capital. It's because I went to high schools in our provincial science high school, which was 2 hours away from my house. I had to commute every day, 2 hours going to Binangonan and 2 hours going back to Taytay. And then during college, I went to UP Diliman. And so I had to commute again to Quezon City just to go to school every day. That's 2 hours going to Quezon City and 2 hours going back to Rizal. So my friends weren't based in my hometown. My friends were from Mindanao, from Visayas, from NCR, and I lack social capital during the campaign. That's the advantage that the male candidates had, because they here's the thing in Philippines, they play basketball. So if you play basketball in your barangay, in your town, you have a lot of friends, a lot of male friends. And during our campaign, when we go house to house or we go to the local sitios or the local districts in our barangay, every time we go down there, they have a friend there, and I had no one. And so my way of campaigning was not banking on my friendships or the people who can or recognize me, because I don't have the last name that will keep me popular. I'm not from a political dynasty, and so I banked on my advocacies. I talk to the grandparents, to the youth leaders, to the mothers and the fathers. I tell them, "Hi, I'm Cheska Persha, and this is my credentials. This is what I want to fight for." And then those people actually became my machinery. I had no machinery from the beginning, and I don't pay people. And those people were like, "Okay, give me your flyers. I'm gonna give them out to other youth members. I'm gonna tell them to vote for you," because they were so amazed that there was a person, a young woman like me, who actually cares about these social issues. Those grandparents were like, they were calling me Apo, or they were calling me their grandchild, even though we're not blood relatives, just because they want to promote me to the other people that this is the person you should vote for. So I think that's the difference of style when it comes to our local campaign. I just cannot say the same when it comes to other districts and other provinces. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheska. How about you, Anna? Coming from, you're in the middle of campaigning right now. What do you think is the difference when it comes to messaging between men and women politicians?
Mm, I don't know if it's just a difference because of men and women, or as well the difference of the campaigning that we have to do because of the situation in which the political party is. Because normally we don't. The candidates against which we candidate are quite strong. The parties against which we candidate are quite strong in terms of a percentage which they gain or get at the election. And so we have to generally think of how we can address people. For me, especially women as well, because it's in my opinion, I should do that. It's a group of people that I should address as a young woman, in general. But we have to think about how we can do that. And I think for us, we will do something, or we will do a campaigning which is not like the normal campaigning that from the big parties. We will try, if it's possible. Obviously, we have to see if it's possible because of COVID. We want to address, like Cheska said, we want to speak with people on the streets, like addressing parents, young people, everybody on the streets, and speak to them directly. Because I think politics works, or politics should work like this, that you talk to persons from whichever age, from wherever they come and whatever. You should speak to them directly, because then they have a different connection to politicians. It's a big problem for democracy and for the politics as well, when people more and more don't have the feeling that the representatives don't represent them. So if you want to break through that, you have to speak with people a lot. That's what we want to do. Obviously, we need to see if it's possible because of COVID, because now I can't do it because we need to sit in our rooms and in our houses everywhere. And I think what inspired me a lot was the campaign that Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez did in the USA, where she was someone who wasn't supposed to be in politics. And I think from the system of politics, many of us that are sitting here are not supposed to be here in the opinion of some other people. And I think that's a strong message which you can bring into a campaign, and it's a strong message which addresses even more people to get involved and act in politics. I think that's something that should be in the middle of a campaign, not just to make a campaign for you when you run for office or something else, but do a campaign to encourage people to have the ambition to change something as well. I think that's what's in the middle of our campaign, and we will see if we can reach out to the hearts of the people. I wish we can, and I have the feeling that we can really change something this year. And I think that's what politics stands for, to change something and not just to do whatever they did for years and years. And I think if you find a way to address that in the campaign, you have a huge chance to really change something.